Back for more release notes, I see. Well, stay a while and listen. And for the keen viewer, you might have noticed that I am in a t-shirt because summer is approaching. We are getting into the summer sprint with our development team, and what's a better way to celebrate that than being in a very nice Web Manuals t-shirt. I know some of you are screaming traitor out there, but please notice that I still have my trusty Web Manuals hoodie. I will never leave it. But for the summer months, I will be in the t-shirt. And also so that I can remind all of you of the Go Digital event that we will have here in Sweden in September. So please remember to sign up. Now, enough of all of the introductions. Let's jump in to some release notes. We only have a few improvements this month or this release, and that is because we focused a lot on bug fixes for the last two sprints. Let's jump into it. First off, for compliance libraries. We have changed it so that compliance libraries now remember where you came from when you return. So let's say that you are clicking on a connection to find out what's going on in the document, and when you return to the compliance library, it will actually keep you where you were instead of sending you somewhere else, which will hopefully increase the way that you work and make everything more efficient. Also, in document settings, now reviewers can be set as document owners, meaning that reviewers will now be able to be seen as the document owners as well. We know that that was an important thing to a lot of you. And moving on, let's talk about some bug fixes. In our bug fixes, the first two ones kind of stick together. It's for badges in the reader. The unread documents badges and the documents for review badges tended to be a little bit misaligned with the actual number that they should support, especially when moving around. That has now been fixed, meaning that the badge will always reflect whatever you have to read and stay up to date with. In the editor, we fixed a few things as well. For example, a compliance connection could be would fail if you were setting it up with no responsible person, and now a compliance connection can once again be created with no responsible person selected, which is a good thing, I would think. Also, we changed the way, or we added an internal number to our text section, text sections, because we have more, meaning that when we are moving text sections around, they won't get these false revision bars. That should be a good thing and help a lot of you out. Furthermore, in the editor, we fixed it so that when a compliance connection is outdated and you're choosing to show the red color on your headings, it will actually show, even if you have a design that is also coloring the heading. Previously, that design would override the red color and you would not be able to get the red warning color in your editor or even reader if you so desired. And also, we fixed a thing in the admin, meaning that now a document will no longer have the choice to choose checkout not needed in the menu. It was a thing we added in because we are fixing things in the background and we never removed it. Of course, checkout is needed if you have remind on the document, and it is inherently not needed if you just have view on it. So that choice was never needed. So it's now been removed again. Good job for those of you who saw it and reported it. I am really happy to see this fixed. Furthermore, in the compliance library, we fixed a thing that has been reported a lot over the last couple of months, which is when you expand and collapse compliance library lists, it would feel like the list was jumping all around, or at least sometimes was jumping away from where you want it to be. That has now been sorted out and the list will keep you in one place. Also, in general, the scrolling experience should feel a lot more smooth and intuitive as well at the same time. A thing that was just improved with this as well, which is always nice, right? Another thing we fixed a thing in admin where when you're trying to switch two users out, for example, you have an editor, you need to switch this person with another editor. but you have a limit on the amount of users. Previously, you would not be able to do that, which could be a little bit annoying. That is now fixed, so the system will give you a warning and it will help you through that process, so you can actually switch out one editor with another, even though you are at max of the available users. We fixed a thing in the FB, meaning that it is actually in the admin, because we had an issue where if you deleted an operational critical category, then there would be issues logging into the FB when trying to load that category. That has now been solved, and you will get a lot of warning gateways if you try to delete an operational critical category. For the PDF generator, we did a small fix as well. We had an issue with the PDF generator running and processing pages that had no layout, or had no layout defined, or had it removed. That has now been sorted. If we encounter a page that has no layout, then we will simply use the default layout that the system is set up with. We did an awesome fix for forms. It does not affect all of you. It's just a small amount of customers who this actually affected, but it was an important one. So for those of you who will benefit from this, I say good on you. The point is, when you're uploading files via a form, those files would come in on the server normally, and they can be downloaded by the admin. In some edge cases, the extension of the file would be removed in the system, thereby leaving this as a file that does not know what type of file it is when you download it as an admin. Of course, you could always guess and add an extension, but that's not really the best way of doing things. So instead, we've just made the system so that it knows and recognizes and always keeps the extension with it. And that should make it a lot easier for those of you who encountered this issue. And the last one we fixed was that we had by mistake, we added two allow only requirement owners to manage connections boxes. We added them above each other. Of course, there should be only one choice for this. So that is now fixed, and you can only make this choice once. Of course, it made no difference if you selected on the second one anyways. For the Reader app, we have a few good updates as well. We fixed the heading numbers in the diff, in the changes. So when you click the delta and you could see the changes, you would also see heading numbers. In a few cases, those heading numbers would be off. That is now sorted. We fixed some final documents not downloading to the devices correctly, sorted out. We fixed an issue with our default logo. We fixed announcements so that they now support images. Very nice. And last but not least, we added support for Azure MSAL for login support. So that should really help you out as well. And that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. A good chunk. And I'm looking forward to one more sprint, and then we are moving in on the summer sprints. That's all I had for you today. Updates for our integrations, for our app and the system itself. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you gain a lot of benefit from it. If not, just let me know. And I really hope to see you at Go Digital. So please sign up and have a great week. Bye.